Good evening, and a very warm welcome to UEA's 4th Innovation and Impact Awards and our first online ceremony. My name is Fiona Lettice and I'm Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Research and Innovation here at the University of East Anglia. That's a role I'm really proud to hold, and particularly on occasions like this. So a very special welcome to all our fantastic finalists whose work we're going to celebrate this evening. Also, a warm welcome to other UEA colleagues, our business partners, friends and family. Although we can't meet in person, this online event has given us the opportunity to share the awards and work done across UEA and with a wider range of partners with a much broader audience. We're delighted so many of you have been able to join us this evening to celebrate the finalists and their inspiring work. Looking back to our last Innovation Awards ceremony in February 2020, I don't think we could have imagined just how dramatically our lives were about to change. However, the last year to 16 months has demonstrated more than ever the vital importance of research, innovation and collaboration. Universities and research institutes have collaborated with industry to tackle the pandemic challenges. Together, we've shown how expertise, skills and technology can be adapted to tackle such crises. At UEA, we've experienced firsthand how staff and students have willingly and quickly adapted and repositioned their research and expertise to respond to the changing environment that we experienced. UEA has responded locally, nationally, and globally to the pandemic. From genome sequencing of the virus, testing and tracing, identifying key symptoms such as the loss of smell, and researching and developing our understanding of how individuals, or indeed countries, can best manage their responses to the challenges we faced. These were just a few of the ways that UEA played its part in tackling the pandemic. We're also really proud of UEA alumna Professor Sarah Gilbert. As project leader for the development of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, her incredible work has already helped millions of people across the UK, with many of us here this evening having directly benefited from this. That's real innovation and impact in action. We thank her for her work and congratulate her on her recent damehood. Key to our united response to COVID-19 has been collaboration, one of UEA's core values. The pandemic has really brought into sharp focus the importance and value of these collaborations, whether they be across the Norwich Research Park, across Norwich, Norfolk, the UK, and indeed the world. Throughout this period, research has continued and we continue to invest in projects that bring UEA closer to our wider community. We will be giving you a first showing this evening of a short film highlighting some of these exciting projects. And we would really encourage anyone interested and wanting to know more to get in touch with us, and there'll be contact details at the end of the film. But first, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Professor Christie Watson, who is providing this evening's keynote. Christie joined UEA about a year ago as Professor of Medical and Health Humanities. She's an award-winning, best-selling author and has published fiction and non-fiction, and her work has been translated into 23 languages. Christie was a registered nurse for 20 years before her switch to pursue her passion for writing. But in March 2020, she re-registered as a nurse, joining the emergency COVID-19 nursing register, and she worked in critical care during the first wave of the pandemic. So please do join me in welcoming Christie. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fiona, for that introduction. I am delighted to be here this evening at the ceremony for the Innovation and Impact Awards. Research can take you to all sorts of places. My research on compassion took me to hospitals and operating theatres, and then to literal theatres. And for the past 3 years, I've been working alongside a theatre production company who have translated my philosophy on nursing and nurses and what they actually do onto the stage. And they've just finished the first part of the tour in the UK, and obviously it's been incredibly challenging at this time. COVID restrictions and testing and illness and loss and grief. And also we've sort of experienced a creative numbness. I'm sure many of us have experienced that. So it's been a really challenging time. But by far the biggest challenge for me and for all of us has been getting to the heart of the thing, the beating heart of what nursing is. And my work has always been trying to focus on exactly what it is that nurses do and what nurses have to teach all of us. I've been drilling into the idea that if how we treat our most vulnerable is a measure of our society, then the act of nursing itself is a measure of our humanity, and really focusing on that idea and broadening out that question. But increasingly, my focus is also about how my research might have greater impact and how I might influence people and policy. Working collaboratively on innovation in both the theatre and nursing has really impacted upon my own understanding of what I'm trying to get at and what I'm trying to do. And theatre for me has been about taking something abstract and making it more abstract, or even taking something concrete and making it abstract, whereas nursing is about taking something abstract like fear or grief or loss or love and making it concrete, making it tangible so that people can understand it and bear it too. So the two have become inextricably linked. I can't speak. But I think perhaps to make real sense of research, to effect real change, we need those both things. We need abstraction and we need concrete ground underneath our feet, the metaphorical and the literal too, impact and innovation. There's a passage in Sarah Bakewell, the philosopher's book At the Existentialist Cafe, which has always stayed with me. And it describes a scene in 1930s Paris where all the researchers and academics of that time, the great thinkers, the people described as the bourgeois elite, they were sitting around in cafes drinking apricot cocktails, which is nice. And what they were doing is they were discussing the problems of the world and how they might change them. And these were the people considered to have the greatest minds of that time. But their discussions didn't really leave their circle. They stayed very much in their echo chamber. And so they didn't really make the changes that they were talking about. And we live again in a time of great uncertainty. And I feel that it's a dangerous time. We live in a time of many existential threats and crises. And of course, in the last year, we've seen the massive suffering of COVID-19, but there has always been pandemics before that, no doubt that will be amplified after this period of time. Things like loneliness, poverty, mental illness. We're suffering catastrophe in relation to climate change. And the world is an unstable place, and it feels like the ground underneath us is not as solid as it was before. And yet, here at UEA, these Innovation and Impact Awards really represent hope, and they represent real change. So I'm delighted to be here, welcoming all the finalists, and good luck to all of you. UEA is a place of great minds and great thinkers, but it's also a place of doers. And it's a place of action, deeds and words, abstract and metaphorical, and literal and concrete. These awards celebrate thinking and reflecting and communicating and also doing. UEA is full of expert researchers who are innovative, whose research has wide-reaching impacts. And it's a place where staff and students not only think about changing the world, but do actually change the world. It's a place where collaboration, risk-taking, entrepreneurship, creativity happens all the time. Our best researchers' ability to communicate, influence and innovate really situates UEA as a place of world-class change makers. So it makes me very, very proud to be part of the university and stand alongside the incredible staff and students and partners for this incredible awards ceremony that really does mean an awful lot. These awards for impact and innovation celebrate the very best thinkers and the very best doers of UEA. I want to congratulate all the people coming up that are going to win, but also all the finalists and all the people that have been involved in just the phenomenal research highlighted here that really is changing the world. So congratulations to everyone, and just I'm so excited to find out who the winners are.
So huge thanks to Christie for her inspiring and thought-provoking keynote and for her tireless work over the last year. And hopefully we can all enjoy an apricot cocktail together soon. Over the next hour or so, we will be showcasing just a taster of the brilliant research, innovation and impact happening across UEA from our community of change makers and doers. I encourage you to use the chat function to celebrate the winners and finalists and to follow the awards on Twitter for updates about all of the projects that you will see this evening. It is my pleasure now to hand over to Melanie Craig, who will start the awards presentations by announcing the finalists and winner for the award for Outstanding Contribution or Response to COVID-19. Melanie?
Good evening. Hi, everyone. It's really good to be here with you this evening at this fabulous award ceremony. Thank you so much, UEA, for inviting me to be part of the panel for this category, which is the Outstanding Contribution or Response to COVID-19. My name is Melanie Craig. I'm the Chief Executive of NHS Norfolk and Waveney Clinical Commissioning Group. This category felt extremely relevant to me when I think back and reflect on the last 16 months, not just from a personal perspective, but actually from a professional perspective and the work that we had to do, the NHS with partners during this pandemic. And UEA has played a very, very important part in that as well. And thank you to all of the contributions. In fact, all of the finalists, I recognised the work from being involved actually operationally in and just thinking about how the work had been used and started to make a difference. So with that, I'd like to say the finalists are
In April 2020, we set up the world's first daily tracker study investigating the real-time impact of lockdown on health behaviours and well-being. Over 1,000 people provided 60,000 daily surveys, follow-up surveys and interviews, and photos reflecting their unique context.
Our work has been cited in the Deaf and National Food Strategy and received widespread media attention, reflecting our team commitment to ensuring people's experiences drive the roadmap to recovery.
Dr. Aram Saeed brought together scientists, local businesses and individuals from across the tech community to produce thousands and thousands of clinically approved face shields.
UEA also teamed up with Lotus Cars. We developed, tested, built prototype PEEP valves to be used in mechanical ventilators, effectively respond to the challenges facing the NHS.
The peer-enhanced e-placement was created as a response to COVID suspensions, deploying evidence-based pedagogy and fulfilling placement learning outcomes.
PEEP is delivered entirely online while offering reimagination and resilience of learning for staff and for students while addressing capacity challenges.
And I'm absolutely delighted to announce the winner for the Outstanding Contribution or Response to COVID-19 is Dr. Felix Norton and Professor Caitlin Notley for the COVID-19 Health Behaviour and Wellbeing Daily Tracker Study. This was an absolutely fabulous entry. Such a high quality bid, and I really loved how it was making such a difference now, and I could see so much how it would be a sustainable project that could have a much more long lasting impact on people's health and well-being. So really, really well done, Felix and Caitlin. So I'd like to now move on to the next category and to hand over to the award for the Student or Graduate Innovation and Enterprise. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Glenn Webster from Barclays and I'm privileged to be here this evening to announce the winner of the Award for Student or Graduate Innovation and Enterprise. This prize recognises the outstanding student innovation or enterprise venture that originated at UEA, that could be a business or a social enterprise. I'm really pleased to be presenting this award, as here at Barclays we look for our Eagle Labs and high growth and entrepreneur offerings to seek through events and incubator spaces and range of funding, from traditional bank funding through to venture capital and much more, to really promote and support innovation and support this type of exciting business that could go on and become the next unicorn. I'm delighted we continue our close relationship between Barclays and UEA, which goes from strength to strength over the many years we've worked together, supporting local businesses within the infrastructure. And the finalists are...
We started Squish with a vision to make the bathroom the first plastic-free room in the house. Our aim is to remove all single-use plastic bottles and packaging from personal care products that would otherwise end up in the ocean or in landfill.
To help us achieve this, we partnered with Dr. Shane Key and the School of Pharmacy at UEA to develop an incredibly sustainable plant-based membrane that will be used to package single doses of liquid personal care products like shampoo and body wash. We strongly believe that cleaning ourselves should not mean that we let the environment get dirty in the process.
At Beep, we're building the next generation of access and security software. We're building a digital access platform which is a greener, cheaper and more secure alternative to traditional plastic access cards. For institutions such as UEA, this means students can gain access to campus, stay up to date with events happening at their university, and even get access to exclusive student discounts all through their phone.
Green Grub Solutions is making an indoor sustainable grow bag using an innovative insect frass as the growing medium. And in doing so, we're recycling waste, engaging with a circular economy, we're reducing the demand for virgin growing additives such as mined phosphorus, and we're engaging underrepresented communities with gardening to move from passive food consumers to empowered garden growers.
And the winner is James Beavis and Mohammed Ozoy of Squish. Well done, congratulations. The judges were really excited by this project and felt its impact could be huge. It's a novel and informed concept showcasing great innovation to tackle an important global challenge. Congratulations again to all the finalists, and it's now my pleasure to move on to the award for Outstanding Impact in Policy and Practice. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Fiona McDermott, Chair of the Norse Group, Norfolk County Council. I'm delighted to be here this evening to announce the winner of the Outstanding Impact in Policy and Practice. This prize recognises impacts of research and innovation where the beneficiaries may include governments, non-government organisations, charities and public sector organisations and society, either as a whole or groups of individuals in society. As you can imagine, such practical application of innovation within society is of great interest to the County Council. And the finalists are...
Who Buys My Food is an action research project. We're now in our 16th year mining Tesco club card data on behalf of small food and drink producers to give them insight which we make available through a web-based application. And that web-based application helps those small food and drink producers understand better who's buying their product, what else they buy, how they respond when they change their marketing strategy. And we've learned so much, and we've still got much more to learn.
I'm Karen Milton, I'm based in the medical school, and I formed part of a small international team that was appointed by the World Health Organization to review the scientific evidence on the health benefits of being physically active for people with disabilities, and that review informed the first global guidelines on physical activity for this important population subgroup.
In the last few years, I've had a couple of grants from the AHRC criticising the economic valuation of nature. I've been able to advise the government and influence the post-Brexit architecture for the environment. And I've helped end the BBC's environmentally illiterate practice of using climate change deniers to balance their coverage.
As you can see, a hotly contested category. And I'm delighted to say the winner is Professor Andrew Fearn, the Who Buys My Food project. Congratulations, Andrew, a truly fantastic project in a highly competitive category. The judges felt this project showed a clear impact on and benefit to the businesses involved, as evidenced by increase in sales. Additionally, the Who Buys My Food showcases an exciting collaboration with huge opportunity for growth and longevity. Congratulations again to the winner, and many congratulations to the finalists. It's my pleasure now to move on to the next category, Outstanding Impact in Health, Wellbeing and Welfare.
Good evening. My name is Melanie Pascali. I'm the Director of Operations for the Big C Cancer Charity and also the Principal Investigator for the Norfolk Diabetes Prevention Study. I'm delighted to be here this evening to announce the winner of the Outstanding Impact in Health, Wellbeing and Welfare. This award recognises impacts of research or innovation where the beneficiaries are individuals and groups whose quality of life has been enhanced or potential harm mitigated. This could include a change in practice or guidance that can be traced to real-world improvements in outcomes, reduction in costs, or a change in behaviour at local, national or international level. So, the finalists are?
The idea was for us to support College of Policing as they implemented their national wellbeing programme for police officers and staff. One of the major parts of that work with them was the effectiveness of online mindfulness training. We found that on average, the training after 6 months did improve wellbeing, life satisfaction, performance and resilience. MindFit COP training was made available to all officers and staff in England and Wales.
We developed the drug gefapixant, which was done in collaboration with the pharmaceutical company Merck. The drug is for treatment of chronic cough. It's a new drug which has a novel mechanism of action, and it works by inhibiting the activity of nerves found within the lining of the airways.
Engaging with creative arts can help health professionals in particular manage the stressful workplace environment that we have found ourselves in during the COVID pandemic. The Centenary of Caring project, people can experience the power of imagery and the power of words that this exhibition and the work that we've done together has achieved.
And the winners. The winner of this category is Professor Sarah Connolly, Professor Kevin Daniels, and Dr. Helen Fitzhugh, with their project developing evidence-based wellbeing approaches to help improve wellbeing and productivity across the police force for England and Wales. Congratulations. Judges felt that this project shows true impact and collaboration in a very difficult sector, setting the precedents for other organisations to follow their lead. Congratulations to all the finalists and to the winners. And now it's my pleasure to move on to the next category of outstanding social or cultural impact.
Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Crocker from Norwich Theatre. It's my pleasure to be here this evening to announce the winner of the Outstanding Social or Cultural Impact category. This award recognises the significant contribution of research and innovation to a specific group, wider society or cultural institution, promoting awareness and tolerance. Norwich Theatre is thrilled to hold a formal partnership with UEA, which last came to fruition as we brought Interlude at UEA to the campus during COVID last year at the end of the period of lockdown. I'm so excited about continuing to work with colleagues across the university to take this partnership forward into the future. And now the finalists in this award are
The UEA language programme offers our staff, students and members of the public the opportunity to study from 12 different languages across multiple different levels.
For almost a decade now, we have been working with local communities, international organisations and foreign governments to raise awareness of the importance of global understanding and intercultural thinking.
The impact on our learners has been fantastic to witness, and we hope to have contributed to the development of ideas in future generations.
To reveal the plastic skeletons lurking in many brands of tea bags, we developed a compelling visual demonstration for a BBC War on Plastics documentary. About 3.5 million people viewed our work, leading to much greater public awareness and informing buying and disposal decisions.
Our Unlocking the Archive project has enabled our partners, Norfolk Library and Information Service, National Trust Blickling Estate, Northumberland Libraries and Archives, to make their extraordinary collections of historic books accessible to the whole community through creativity, inspirational book discovery days, stakeholder training and digital innovation.
And the winner is Dr. Andrew G. Mays for Skeletons in the Kitchen Cupboard, Revealing Hidden Plastic in Tea Bags. It was fascinating judging this award, and the judges were so impressed by the quality of research and clear route to impact from this winning project. They also noted the value of student involvement and especially applauded its promotion of female roles in STEM subjects. My huge congratulations again to the winner and all of the finalists. It's now my pleasure to move us on to the award for Outstanding Commercialisation of Research.
Good evening, I'm Lorna Willis from Archant. I am delighted to be here this evening to announce the winner of the Outstanding Commercialisation of Research category. As well as recognising for-profit business consultancy, this award also recognises social enterprise that can demonstrate community-based innovations. I'm going to go straight to the finalists.
We all know that students love top quality videos and love being on their mobile phones. That's why we built Rise, to try and transform the experience of higher education through gamification, multimedia and interactive learning experiences. We're now working with universities across the country and we're transforming thousands of students' experience of education right across the country.
Genome editing technology enables us to change the genetic code of organisms. Omicron CR supports researchers in academia and industry to make genome editing more precise and to achieve results faster.
The efficiency of genome editing varies depending on the target site and growth conditions. Our rapid in vitro assay determines the best sites to target for a given genome species, helping to improve the chance of successful editing.
Acrylic acid is a chemical that goes into a huge variety of products, from paints, adhesives, even in nappies. Currently, it's only produced from fossil fuels, and we are aiming to change that. We are developing a new technology for bio-based acrylic acid production from seaweed. And over the last few months, I've been talking to national and international companies, and the interest is huge. Now we're looking to work together to make this technology possible.
And the winner is Professor Jonathan Todd and Dr. Ana Bermeo Martinez for bioacrylic acid production from seaweed. This is an extraordinary category, an absolute privilege, incredibly inspiring to judge. The judging panel felt that this project really showcased an astute understanding of the market and was already on a great route to success. It's an exciting, innovative project with a huge potential impact on the industry. I'd also like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the finalists. It really was an extraordinary category to judge. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to hand over to the award for Partnership of the Year.
Good evening, I'm Matt Windle, Managing Director of Lotus Cars. I'm delighted to be here this evening to announce the winner of Partnership of the Year. This award recognises UEA staff who have collaborated with organisations of all sizes and sectors, and those projects that have resulted in an outstanding commercial, social, health or cultural impact beyond academia. It is an honour for me to represent Lotus tonight at these awards. As a board member of Productivity East and the MD of Lotus, I can see the benefits of partnerships between the university and industries. All of the entries in this category were very inspiring. And the finalists are
SCORES is a longitudinal project designed to monitor brain health in former athletes. We will look at the brain health of people who played contact sport like football, where athletes frequently head the ball, and we'll compare these to people who haven't been exposed to this type of repetitive head trauma. We ask people to perform a set of online brain health assessments every 3 months, and we monitor their scores over time. If we can detect a problem early, we'll have more treatment options.
UEA Health and Social Care Partners just celebrated its 2nd birthday. And in that time, we've helped to bring 400 researchers, clinicians and service users together to do meaningful collaborative research. Our partnership model supported 140 different projects, and they've all helped to bring in new funding, to disseminate new learning, and also to link our 12 organisations to support the care of the 2 million people in our region.
Our Regional Compassionate Communities Network aims to spread a concept known as death literacy. This is knowledge and practical know-how about what to do when we face an inevitable part of life. It would be a missed opportunity if I didn't ask you all to document your wishes and preferences so you can receive care that aligns with your beliefs and values. Talking about how we'd like to complete our lives with those we love, help them advocate on our behalf when the time is right.
We've been working with geoacoustics since 2018 to develop artificial intelligence techniques to improve seabed mapping. This has been supported by 3 grants, including a knowledge transfer partnership, which began earlier this year.
Our partnership with UEA enables us to embed advanced AI technology into our products, giving us a clear technological and commercial advantage.
And the winner is Dr. Michael Gray, the SCORES project. Congratulations to the whole team involved in the SCORES project. The judging panel were impressed by the far-reaching impact of this project and its innovative research in an area previously overlooked. Its high-profile coverage has helped to raise awareness about the potential link between contact sport and neurodegeneration, gaining traction with the media and advisory boards. Congratulations once again to all the finalists. Now, the final award this evening, the Chancellor's Award for Outstanding Achievement.
Thank you, Matt. Good evening, everyone. My name is Karen Jones, and I have the honour of being the Chancellor here at UEA. Throughout my 4.5 years in this role so far, my focus has been on promoting UEA's culture and infrastructure of innovation and entrepreneurship, encouraging and empowering our staff, students and graduates to develop, commercialise and disseminate their hopefully world-changing ideas and discoveries. It's been really gratifying to see such powerful examples of that this evening with the finalists and winners we've heard about so far. And our final award this evening is slightly different. The winner of the Chancellor's Award for Outstanding Achievement has been selected by our judging panel from all the entries as a project that demonstrates true and outstanding innovation, impact and collaboration. Before I announce the winner, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all our fantastic winners and finalists for their hard work and their dedication. And I think along with all of us here tonight and on this meeting tonight, I look forward to seeing how all these projects continue to develop. The quality of work being undertaken here at UEA is as exceptional as ever. And with the added pressures and difficulties and distractions of this unprecedented year, I'm really in awe of everything you all have achieved. Really, congratulations. I would, of course, also like to thank our dedicated judging panel, our UEA colleagues and our guest judges and award presenters from partner organisations for generously sharing their time, their insight and their expertise. And you know, these partners exemplify the diversity and strength of the relationships that UEA has. And we're really delighted to have this opportunity to recognise and celebrate them, because at the heart of Innovation and Impact Awards is exactly that collaboration. And it's important to acknowledge that without the support of the many organisations we work with both locally and nationally and indeed internationally, many of these projects would not have come to fruition. So with that in mind, I'm delighted to announce that the winner of the Chancellor's Award for Outstanding Achievement in 2021 really exemplifies everything that we've mentioned so far tonight. Congratulations to the Norwich Testing Initiative, led by colleagues across UEA and the whole of the Norwich Research Park.
The Norwich Testing Initiative was born from a shared commitment to ensure the collective strength of Norwich Research Park was used to protect our local community in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic.
UEA's Norwich Medical School and the Earlham Institute harnessed both their expertise and their equipment so that together they worked tirelessly to provide accurate and rapid results that could be delivered both securely and with compassion.
This was one of the first mass testing initiatives in the UK. At the Earlham Institute, we set up facilities for mass production of testing packs and a dedicated lab for rapid testing of 500 samples every day.
UEA School of Computing Sciences developed a bespoke online system to an exceptional standard of data protection. Through iterative design, daily prototyping, as well as reapplication of learning, the Norwich Testing Initiative has rapidly evolved and innovated, influencing policies and practices locally as well as nationally.
The Norwich Testing Initiative positioned UEA as one of only 9 UK universities able to provide asymptomatic testing at the start of the academic year in September 2020. This would not have been possible without the dedication, commitment, enthusiasm and expertise of the staff and student volunteers who stepped forward to help.
So this was a major and rapid response to the pandemic. Building on the amazing clinical expertise of the Norfolk and Norwich University hospitals, the partners were able to deliver a programme of over 17,500 PCR tests. And by working in this way, Norwich Testing Initiative not only delivered a model for mass asymptomatic testing, but also helped to support and protect the local community.
So congratulations to all of those involved in making this initiative a success. It really is an initiative both for our time and of course for the future. And the judging panel were impressed with the speed at which the Norwich Testing Initiative was established, drawing on the extraordinary expertise across the whole of the Norwich Research Park and showcasing that excellent collaboration that we talked about before. The impact of the project is huge and its influence on policy and practice far-reaching. Every member of the team and every staff and student volunteer worked tirelessly to ensure the safety of the community in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. And for that, we thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. And before I hand back to Fiona to close the evening, I would like personally to thank you all for joining us. I hope you all leave this event and these awards feeling as inspired as I do by all the projects we've celebrated here tonight and by the power of research, innovation and collaboration to make a positive difference to the world. Thank you. And now back to Fiona.
Thanks, Karen. And my huge congratulations to all of the winners and finalists this evening. The judging process genuinely gets harder and harder each year, and I'm delighted that we've been able to come together this evening to celebrate everyone's amazing work and success. I hope you agree that was really uplifting, and I said at the beginning that I'm really proud to hold this role, and I hope now you can really see why. Before we leave, I'd like to thank everyone who supported the awards ceremony and brought it to life on a virtual platform. Huge thanks to the judges and presenters this evening, to our keynote, Professor Christie Watson, to Meantime Media, ARC, Healy's, Greenspark and the EDP for their support. And special thanks to Katie, Julia and Safia in our UEA RIN Marketing and Events team. They are just brilliant, and without them, this award would not have been remotely possible. And finally, a big thank you to you for joining us this evening. And if you'd like to get in touch regarding anything you've heard or seen tonight, contact details will follow shortly on the screen. So thank you and do enjoy the rest of your evenings. Good night.